Hey guys, this is Stephanie and I'm Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. Today I'm coming to you with day 4 of the 7 of 7 hosted by Book Roast, and I will put her information down below. She's fantastic. If you don't subscribe to her channel, I would. She's wonderful, she's sincere, and I love to hear what she says about books. Today's topic is creative world, and I was really excited about this. And if you see my paper, I have like 5 things crossed out and new ones on there because I kept changing my mind and being like, ooh, this is better. Ooh, this is better. This is what happens when you give me 2 weeks to think about a video. I usually do my videos like I think about the day before, maybe 2 days before, because otherwise I will change my mind like 7 times. So I have my top 7. I'm pretty excited about them. These are in no particular order. And again, I'm trying to not use ones I've used before, but you will see some repeats in here because, well, Harry Potter would be in all of these if I could. But on that note, I have Harry Potter. I have the Chamber of Secrets today. I'm trying to change it up when I put the Harry Potter books in here because they're all so pretty. These are the Bloomsbury editions. These are the British ones. So mine actually says the Philosopher's Stone, but they're still so pretty. I would love to be in the creative world of Harry Potter if I were, you know, magic enhanced, not if I were a muggle, because muggles kind of suck. I think this would be a fantastic world to be a part of, to visit. It is such a creative world. Just the fact that it's not just magic, but it's how the magic works. I love magic systems, and this is probably one of the earliest magic systems that I read. Not the earliest, but one of the earliest. And it is a world that just sucks you in, which is why it's so popular. It's why people love Harry Potter, because you get entrenched in that world so easily that you could believe that you were a wizard. Now, these books are fiction. I just need everybody in the room to know that. Okay. But this is probably one of the first fantasy worlds that I absolutely fell in love with. For those of you who are living under a rock and don't know what Harry Potter is, how dare you? Basically, there is a kid named Harry Potter, and he finds out on his 11th birthday that he is a wizard. And he was told that he was not a wizard. He's just a normal kid, didn't know anything about the wizarding world. And he finds out he's a wizard, and he gets to go to this wizarding school, and it's incredible and it's fun. And not only is he a wizard, he is somehow or another the chosen one. That's all I'm going to tell you. Read the book. Now, the first magic system book I read would be The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. This one is Voyage of Dawn Treader. You can kind of see. This one is my favorite one of the 7, though I do like them all. This one is my faves. This is a magical world as well, a very creative world. We basically go through a wardrobe into this world, except for the times when they go in through a painting or they're staying in a subway station. The subway station melts away. So we have some exceptions to some rules here, but this is a fantastic series. I remember having this read to me when I was a child, and it was one of those books that I would literally dream about. Like, my mom would read it to me, and then I would have dreams of these books, and it was always fun and magical and amazing. And this is definitely a creative world that I would love to spend a day here. In certain books, though, this one I'd be okay, but not the first one, because that queen, she's scary and it's cold, and I hate the cold. Next, we have Clockwork Princess, which is part of the Infernal Devices series, and I picked this one because her dress is so pretty. I picked the last one because Jem was in it, and he's beautiful. I like Jem. I would love to be in the Infernal Devices world. It is a world with like Nephilim and warlocks and just everything. Like, it's just this incredible world. And you may be thinking the Mortal Instruments world, but I'm going to correct you and say this one. This is the world I would want to visit. I do think it is creative. I do like it better than the Mortal Instruments world. It is not the same world. Part of it is they're separated by, you know, like 100 years or so. And the other part of it is the writing is different. And this is some of Cassandra Clare's best. I haven't finished the Mortal Instruments series, so it may get better. I hope it will. But so far, this is a really great world. Basically, our 3 main characters are Tess and Jem and Will. And Jem and Will are shadow hunters, so Nephilim, so they fight the dark creatures of the night. And Tessa is not sure what she is, but she has some ability for this and some ability for that. And she basically is sucked into this world against her will, but decides to stay and help because she's just that nice of a person. And all her family's dead anyway. Then next world, which I think is oh so creative and wonderful, is the Night Circus. Now, I'm specifically going into this world, and I'm going to be talking about the tents in this world. The rest of it is kind of our world, so I don't think that is creative or too incredible or anything, but the tent world is incredible. They have a tent in there. It's made of clouds and you get to jump on the clouds and fly. And I want to jump on clouds and fly. When I found out that clouds are just fog, my world ended. I'm not kidding. It was so sad. I was sad for days. You can ask my mother. She won't remember, but you can ask her. This is a book that basically we talk about the difference between taught magic and somebody who is actually magic as a person. And these two people are pitted against each other by these two magicians. And it takes place over like 20 some odd years. And they want to see which one is better, the taught magic or the actual magic. So it is an interesting book. There are some plot holes. The plot is very slow. There are also some character development holes. However, it is still a pretty good book if you're willing to look past some of those things, and the tent world is amazing. The next one I have is the Darker Shade of Magic series by V.E. Schwab. Basically, this is a book about Kel, and Kel has the ability to jump through different versions of London. So we have Grey London. That would be us. We are boring and we have no magic. Then there is Red London, and Red London is good magic and it's kind of has a reddish tint to it. And then we have White London, which is whitish. I mean, just pale. Everything's pale. And it has questionable magic. And then there's Black London, and it has bad magic. And Black London door has been shut. So people cannot go into Black London, so they can keep the bad magic in Black London and it will not get out. So that's kind of the premise for the book. And then we have Kel, who can jump from world to world to world, but only he can do it because he's in Antara, and only Antara can jump from world to world to world. So this would be a very creative world as well. I do feel like in the series, it's a trilogy. I wish she would have gone more in depth in this world and we would know more about it. Instead, it just centralizes around London. So all we see is White London, Red London, Grey London, and we don't get to see, you know, like gray Bermuda or, you know, white New York or anything like that, which would make the world even better if she could just push it a little farther. But that might be opening too many cans of worms. I kind of understand, but it was an incredibly interesting and creative world. The next one I'm going to talk about is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Now, this is a great book, which if you've watched my channel, you know I love this book. Basically, we have our main character, Wade Watts. And Wade is, 17-year-old kid? This is a slightly dystopian futuristic society, and basically everything revolves around the Oasis. The Oasis is like an online gaming thing, but it's not just for gaming. Like, people go to work through the Oasis. Kids go to school through the Oasis. So they sit in their chair, they put their headgear on, and they become their little avatar that walks around. Now, if you're underage, your avatar has to look like you. Otherwise, I think you can look like whatever. So as you go to school, you don't actually go to school. Your avatar sits in a classroom that's not a real classroom, and your teacher has an avatar and they teach you this and this and this, and you interact with people and you are your avatar. So the whole thing is a virtual reality. However, it's not just a school virtual reality, or this is where my aunt works kind of virtual reality. The virtual reality has planets. So some planets are like an 80s planet, or some planets are like a futuristic planet, and you can go different places and you can do all these things, and it is a virtual universe. And like, the options are just limitless on what you can do and where you can go. And it's so incredible, but you have to have money to go to those places and do those things. And it is an incredible world, and it is a creative world. Now, Wade doesn't have money. He's a 17-year-old kid. However, at the beginning of the book, we find out the man who created the Oasis died, and he left his fortune to whoever can find the Easter egg within his Oasis. So it could be anywhere in this virtual universe. And it's interesting because we have Wade, who's casually looking, and then we have these people that are intensely looking, and Wade's just smarter and better. And it is a great book. It is a well-written book. It is interesting. It talks a lot about friendship. There is a small love interest, but the plot driving this book is so strong, I don't even care about that. You should read this book. All right, and the last one we're going to talk about is the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson, and this is the Final Empire. These are also the British covers. Boy, they're white. I'm going to put these down so it doesn't turn my white balance all off. This is another great book. I love the Mistborn series. Basically, it is a very creative world, very magical world. In this, we have a hierarchy. We have the Lord Ruler, who's in charge of everything, and then we have the Ska, and they're like the servants, the scum, and stuff like that. And the world is very ashy, so it's hard to breathe because things are covered in ash all the time. Well, we have Vin, who is a Ska, and she's kind of a street rat, pickpocket kind of girl. And then she finds out that she's actually much more than that. So the magic world in this is controlled by metals. You consume metals, you have magic powers. So you consume pewter and you are stronger. You consume tin and you can see like really well, like really far, really precise. You can see through fog, things like that. So it is, and only certain people have certain abilities. So I could drink tin and nothing can happen, but Joe over there could drink tin and he has this special power, and he is known as a Mistine. Well, a Mistborn is somebody who has all those powers, and if they take all those metals, they basically have all those powers, and they are like super awesome, better than Superman. Maybe, I don't know. But it is an incredibly interesting world. It is one of the most creative worlds I have ever read, and I'm just starting the second book this week, and I'm incredibly excited about that as well. It's a great book. Read it. Well, while you're at it, just read whatever Brandon Sanderson writes. Do that. All right, guys, those are the 7 best creative worlds that I have read. I'm dying to know what the best creative world you have read was. Please list that in the comment below. I would love, love, love to know. Also, feel free to like or subscribe or share. I post videos on Tuesdays and Fridays, but lucky you, I will be back tomorrow with the next video. All right, you guys, I will see you then. Goodbye. If you haven't, shame. For shame.